If we're not at a Disney park, we're dreaming about being there, and a cup of Joffrey's Coffee Disney Blend helps. But what about when you're at a Disney park? The Joffrey's Disney Kiosk and Restaurant Locator will make sure you never miss out. Whether it's a cool drink on a hot summer vacation or a great cup of coffee at a Disney signature restaurant, Joffrey's has you covered. Check it out at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance. Once the monorail in front of us moves a safe distance away, we will resume our forward motion.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us once again. That's Bob Collar.
I'm Bob Collar. Who are you?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh my goodness.
We've got brain freeze.
We do.
Floated away from all the rain. And
Did I even mention this is ResortLoop.com?
No, probably not.
This is ResortLoop.com.
If you found us, congratulations.
Woo!
Or we're sorry. I'm not sure which. So anyway, we're wrapping up our this two-parter on Looper Nation's favorite character moments.
Yes, we are.
It's always nice to hear from Looper Nation about their experiences at the parks, and
yes,
these ones, man, some of them are tear jerkers.
They are.
Some of them are just fun.
Fun.
Some are funny.
Nothing wrong with fun.
A lot of them involve their children,
as they should.
This first one does not.
Oh. Are you going to share that
As we jump right into it.
Let's just go.
This is from Hannah Nolte.
Hannah.
She says, I have a few that pop into my head. The first was when I was a little kid at the Magic Kingdom, and I wanted to meet Jafar. He was so into character and was so villainy throughout signing my autograph book. At the end, he threw it, and it skidded across the pavement.
Oh, my.
As a kid, I was shocked and so amused. The second was when I was a kid as well, and we were in line waiting to meet Stitch, best Disney character, she says. We were next in line, and a family was taking photos with him in front of us. A kid with a backpack stood in front of Stitch, and Stitch was taking stuff out of the kid's backpack and putting them in his ears.
They should do that for security as you're going into the park.
The kid never even noticed. We just loved his mischievous personality. I still get all giddy as an adult to meet Stitch. Ask my husband from our honeymoon. She says, okay, one last one. So that'd be 3. Back in 2017, before I saw a Star Wars movie, we met Kylo Ren.
Oh.
And I was totally sassing off to him.
Oh.
And he was bringing it right back.
Oh, like Right Said Fred.
After that, I finally watched some of the newer Star Wars movies, and I ended up liking Kylo Ren. What?
I meant to say Justin Timberlake, by the way.
Whatever. Nobody was listening to you anyway.
I know, smart.
Least of all me.
At the beginning.
She says, flash forward to our honeymoon a year or so later, and I had my own mini Kylo lightsaber when we met him again, and I was accepted as part of the dark side.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hannah, no.
We're not going to get her back.
So many memories. She says, thanks for letting us share. Bob and Tim, I have so many, but this photo was Stitch from our honeymoon. He was trying to take my ring off and propose to me.
That's a good move.
Or hawk it. I don't know.
Either way.
There you go. Thank you, Hannah, for
Love
that.
It.
Yeah.
I want to continue with Mr. Brad Coates.
We know that guy.
We know him well from DVC Roundtable and other ventures. He goes, okay, I've shared this one on the podcast and with the DVC Roundtable crew, and it is pretty involved, so I'll give this a simpler version. My youngest daughter was 2 months old when we took our very first family trip to Disneyland. I didn't intend for there to be any other trips since I was not a really big fan of Disney.
That changed.
I'm thinking so. This photo catches the moment when all that changed. When Minnie was standing on the porch of her house in Toontown taking pictures, she saw her little PJ and motioned for us to hand her the baby to hold.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know Minnie could hold babies.
Jeez, I see the picture. There's a picture.
There is. So she took PJ in her arms, and PJ loved it. So much so that Minnie waved at the crowd, waiting for photos, stepped back into her little house, and sat in one of those hard fake couches, and for about 15 minutes loved on our baby girl while we cried like babies.
Oh,
man. The end of the story, that little girl PJ, along with her family, us, has enjoyed at least one Disney trip for the past 19 years. So much for not being a Disney fan.
Yeah, well, there you go. You know, that moment turned him around.
That's what it did.
Made him a huge Disney fan. And I tell you, how about those hard couches? Remember those in Toontown?
I do. They were very shiny.
They were very shiny. They looked really cool.
They did.
And you're like, hey, let me sit on this. Ouch.
Now I'd kill for a bench.
Yeah, there you go. Or a hard couch. I don't care.
Either way.
Just something. Jessica Streeter says,
Jessica.
Maybe not my favorite, but certainly most memorable. I was on this trip with my boss doing video content for our YouTube channel. So I was by myself this day and decided to utilize my Disney Visa character opportunity.
Oh.
Kylo was so in character and so intimidating, and I didn't realize he would talk.
Oh,
yikes. I had to get myself an ice cream to recover.
Of course you did. Mr. Kylo needs anger management.
I don't think Kylo was the excuse for the ice cream.
Hey, when you need ice cream, you need ice cream.
Wish my boss would take me to Disney World.
Your boss doesn't like
you. You took me once.
I did. And we haven't been back since. No, we haven't. No.
Anyway.
Scott Fody says, this was our first getaway in 2009 after losing Grant's younger brothers, Michael and Colin, shortly after their births a few months earlier in January. First time we smiled in months until we met Buzz. Or the year Grant took a standing nap in Pooh's arms.
Oh,
look at those pictures.
A great picture.
Oh,
my goodness. Yeah, that's, again, they can put a smile on your face when you're...
Thanks for sharing that, Scott.
Not in the mood to smile, but... Amber Diggs says, my husband ended up proposing on our 2014 trip, so we just got the just engaged buttons.
Ooh.
When we met Doug and Russell, they were so excited, but in one photo, Russell just slowly started leaning towards the side until he was completely blocking me. It was hilarious, and our whole time with them was fun and antics.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
Doug my gosh. Shannon Esper. Oh, I know her.
You met her?
I did.
You were lucky.
I was. She's adorable.
I mean, nobody ever wants to see me.
She said, my husband proposed to me on one of our Disney trips, and when Gaston saw our just engaged buttons, he brought us out into the middle of a crowd to let everyone know. Being typical Gaston, he said something like, I'm going to try this. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
Everyone! Shannon and I don't care what his name is, just got engaged. How was that?
That was all right.
But then at the end, he told me my husband did a good job with the ring. Every character experience from that trip was a memorable one, but the Gaston one stands out the most. I was so embarrassed. She laughs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There are those moments, too, where you think, oh, I'm just going to go get a nice picture with my favorite character, and
something happens.
They call you out. And nothing wrong with that either.
I was impressed with my Gaston, by the way.
But it's you know who else was?
Who else?
Nobody.
I'm going to submit that for an award, the year-end awards.
Okay. Okay. What were you saying about the Razzies last show?
I'll have to make it for next year.
Anyway, Ben Fluth.
Oh, we know Ben. Love Ben.
Says, I love the interactions with Stitch, taking things out of our backpacks and stuffing them in his ears. Picture-wise, this was one of my favorites from our honeymoon. And it is a beautiful picture of him and his lovely wife. It looks like they're on the Disney cruise.
It does.
With Mickey.
What I'm taking away, I think Stitch is a bit of a kleptomaniac and has a problem. So I'm taking away from this episode.
So. My goodness.
Calvin Connor says, I lied. When Kelly and I got engaged, we got a few great photos with the Explorer mouses. They were a ton of fun. Pluto was a close second. If you get the right characters, they can produce some great memories and photos.
Absolutely. Stephanie says, my favorite character moment was this past weekend.
Oh, a recent one.
I run at the Run Disney races regularly, and I signed my daughter up for her first one.
Ooh.
She's still 11 months old. You got to sign up an 11-month-old?
Well, got to get in there early. Got to get in the line.
So she had to do the sailor crawl. Oh, that's right. Okay, so they got the baby one. I got you.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how it was going to go until I saw Mickey sit right in front of her lane. The moment she saw him, she crawled past all 5 babies, sat in front of Mickey, and blew him a kiss. She was completely mesmerized.
How awesome is that?
That's fantastic.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Joe Quattrochi.
We know that guy.
We do. He says, my favorite character interaction was in 2015. My wife and I's first DVC trip to Disney World. At the character spot in Epcot, while we were taking a picture with Minnie, I dropped to one knee to propose to Minnie.
Wow.
The reaction of my wife was captured by the photo pass. Priceless.
Wow.
I didn't know there was any problem there in the Quattrochi
little
household.
Conflict there.
Man.
Not sure.
Gary's
Gary's
for years, apparently.
Apparently.
Many years.
Apparently. Good pal of the show, Gary Zarelli, says, I think it was with my twin girls. They saw Chip and Dale. As the characters went to them, they both took off and saying, help, they're going to eat me. We laughed all day. I wish phones had video at that time.
Right.
There you go.
Can you imagine all the memories we had if we had cell phones way back to 1971 with good cameras?
No, I don't need that. I'm telling you right now. It's a good thing there were no cameras when I was younger.
What were you doing?
You
don't want to know.
Don't want to know.
Judith at JL, Mom RN, excuse me about that. My favorite character moment was from this trip last month. It was a magical moment for me, but then she throws in the hashtag tattoo with a smiley face.
Yeah, she got a tattoo. It looks like of Tinkerbell.
That's awesome.
Showed it to Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell loved it.
Loved it.
If anybody would like to get a tattoo of myself or Bob,
please
really
don't.
rethink things and contact us before you do anything. We'll talk you out of it.
See someone professionally. Rethink your life. That can't happen. Please, nobody do that. That will freak us out like nobody knows. Anyway. Jim McNair. Do we know Jim? We know Jim.
We do know Jim.
He's one of our bloggers.
Guys, some new articles up there. Make sure you check it out over at ResortLoop.com.
Fantastic, yeah. Jim McNair says, we met many of the characters at a grand gathering breakfast that used to be given at Tony's in the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
I danced with Minnie Mouse while Tony sang Bella Notte from Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, very nice.
I sang to Minnie along with Tony. Minnie was delighted after the dance. It was absolutely magical, and I'm forever grateful to Minnie for being so gracious and adding more magic to an already magical vacation.
Wow.
Because that experience at Tony's with Minnie made it so the food wasn't so bad.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, what?
You're saying it was like a Disney miracle.
Like I'm the only one that was thinking that. Come on.
Oh, my goodness. Poor Tony's. Brian Cern says, okay, here's my favorite Disney character moment. A year ago, we took a family trip to the world. It was my 4-year-old's first trip, and we built it up big. We'd watch Toy Story and say, you get to meet Buzz and Woody. Well, there we are at the studios, looking at the line to meet them. We were pushing nap time, but the line was short and seemed to be fast-moving. But once in line, it ground to a halt. Meanwhile, my son is getting more tired, more cranky. We offered to come back later, but he was insisting that he was okay. Finally, we reached the front of the line. And then Buzz and Woody had to go on patrol.
Oh.
That sent my overtired...
That meant leave.
Yeah, I was going to say, translation, see ya. This sent my overtired kiddo into a crying fit that wasn't to be believed. Moments later, they came back. But he was too far gone.
Oh, poor little guy.
Buzz Lightyear came to the rescue. He told my son to push buttons. One made him lift up the laser. Another flipped up flamenco mode. Which is fantastic.
Oh, that is fantastic.
But the last button turned him off.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It was this button that flipped the tears to laughter, and everything was wonderful. Buzz motioned for a piece of paper and wrote him a note that says, you are a brave space ranger.
Oh, wow.
Man. So now he's happy. And it's my wife and I who are crying. Disney magic is real. After that, whenever he's unsure or nervous, we'd remind him that he is a brave space ranger. Wow. And he'd face the situation. He even made up a song. A brave space ranger never gives up. He tries his best. He never gives up.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, this is awesome.
It's been a year and he doesn't remember the song, which I will still sing to him, but he still lights up whenever he sees Buzz and Woody, especially Buzz.
Yeah.
After all this, he crawled in the stroller and promptly fell asleep for an hour. It says the two photos are now the two photos of a now smiling little boy with Buzz turned off and a hug that defines the Disney magic for me.
Oh, so
Man.
cute. So cute.
Adorable.
His son went through so many emotions just on that character meet and greet. My goodness.
Wow.
Man, oh man.
That is awesome.
So those are some of the ones we got from Looper Nation. We appreciate you guys. Well, all of them that we got from Looper Nation. And if you guys got some more, don't be afraid to go over to our Facebook page, Twitter, and post those. People are still going to those to look those up, look at the pictures and the videos and all of that stuff. Everybody loves sharing. Look, nobody likes looking at other people's vacation pictures. Unless it's Disney.
Exactly.
Then everybody wants
mind.
to see it. Everybody's like, "Oh, you went to Disney? Let's see." If they're a Disney fan, anyway. So, you got any your favorite character?
I'm sure I have several. The one that always comes to mind right away. We were at the Contemporary Resort at the character dinner there. Chef Mickey's.
Chef Mickey's.
I don't know why I was blanking. Chef Mickey's.
Yeah.
My son was just a little guy, probably 3 or 4, and Goofy came over.
Oh, yeah.
Had my son lay on the floor with him. We got a picture of them lying on the floor together at Chef Mickey's.
Wow.
I know.
That's very cool.
One of our favorite pictures. Kind of
cool.
creeps us out a little bit because the floor was dirty at the time, but it was Goofy. What can you do?
Yeah.
How about you?
I shared some on the last time we did this.
I might have just shared the same one, by the way.
But another one that I got two. One was my kids were real little. My daughter especially, she loved animals, and we were at the beach club just hanging out, and there was a duck walking around.
Donald?
And no, just a regular duck.
Daffy?
And of course, she's got to follow the duck around, this little duck. And who comes around the corner but Pluto?
Oh.
And Pluto starts following the duck with the dog because there was nobody else there. It was. I loved when the characters were at the resorts as well.
They were free range.
Free range, yes. And then the other one was a trip not too long ago. I was actually in my room at the what was it? The All-Star Music, and I opened up the adjoining door, and there was you.
Oh man,
that was quite a character.
I look a lot like Donald at the time.
Quite a moment, if I might say.
No pants and a bill.
No. We're not going to even discuss.
I'm kidding.
We're not going to discuss.
Oh, my goodness.
No. Anyway, sunscreen. The key word there should have been
Who knew?
Sunscreen.
Who knew? Man. I just couldn't reach that one spot. I needed
like
a hand.
Lobster. Anyway, everybody, thanks so much for participating, and stay tuned. We'll have another question for you guys coming up. I am losing my mind.
You're a tired man.
I'm a tired man. Anyway, Tim, that is all I've got.
Awesome. Everybody, thanks for joining us. We're updating the website over there, just cleaning up some stuff. Check out Jim McNair's blogs over there.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
And everybody else's.
Yeah. Everybody else's.
Yeah.
He's got the most recent one, I do believe, though. And you find me on Facebook, Twitter, and like I just said, the website, ResortLoop.com.
Head on over to Looper Nation Live on Facebook. That's where you guys can participate in a lot of stuff and participate with each other in just conversations, and ask to join if you're not a member over there. And what else should folks do, Tim?
Does everyone go out there and share? Looper Nation Live and the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.
Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoop.com.